This entire card has a few fights with some very bizarre betting things going on, and this is one of them. We have Priscilla Cachoeira taking on Sijara Eubanks, opening up the card. Again, this was just added a few days ago, so this is technically short notice. It's short notice for both of them, but it is at 125 pounds, not 135, which was initially speculated. Priscilla Cachoeira, 12-4 overall. She's coming off that knockout win over Ariana Lipski. Sijara Eubanks, 7-7 overall, 2-3 in her last 5. She is returning after a year away, and she came off that bad knockout loss. It's an interesting... Did you just say, hey, let me start this off by eating something insanely crunchy next to my brand new microphone?
Piece of ice.
What are you, a dog in the summer?
It's not summer. It was 80 today, though. I mean, how nice was it out today? I don't know about everyone else, but it was 80 degrees here today. I couldn't believe it.
It was a perfect...
Good. I got a nice tan.
Oh,
look at that.
You went out in the sun after all that? Jeez.
Look at the tan on this hand, huh? Holy shit. Scar's looking good.
Okay.
Like I said, if you want to touch it, it's not as big as it was, so pricing went down from $50 a touch to $25. But if you want to touch it, Angela, you want to touch this shit?
I'm good. Priscilla Cachoeira, we know her. She's a dog. She doesn't quit. She comes forward. She's a solid striker with some very real power, has decent pace, decent pressure. And if she ends up on top, which is not likely because she doesn't have very good takedowns, but she's got really good pressure and control from there as well. What is alarming, though, her striking differential is absurd. 4-7. She is hit 4 times. Or for every 4 significant strikes she is hit with, I said that backwards. For every 4 significant strikes she lands, she is hit with 7. So she is getting beat on, and it's typically when she gets taken down. That is why Sijara Eubanks is the favorite here, right? People think, Sijara's going to take Priscilla down and beat her up. And that's how Priscilla has lost some of her fights. And if you want to pick Sijara Eubanks, I don't think that's that crazy, right? Because we know she's a good grappler. She's strong. She's big. She can get the takedowns, and then she can control from there. She's a jiu-jitsu bully. She's a black belt. Her cardio is a bit questionable. I went back and forth on this pick, right? When I broke it down, I did my notes. I literally was like, I got to go Sijara. Let me go Priscilla. This is before the odds dropped. And I was just going back and forth. And I was like, I'm going to go with Priscilla here because, A, we know she doesn't have any quit in her, right? She did that crazy fight with Kim. We all think she lost that fight, but she didn't quit. Like, she was a dog in that fight. B, she hits like a freight train. C, Sijara Eubanks has cardio issues. And D, I like that I stuck with letters and didn't transition to numbers. And D, she was just knocked out by a grappler. Nobody saw that coming. She's typically very durable. Was just knocked out by a grappler.
Body shot.
Okay, fine. But I was like, let me go with...
And that was Melissa Gatto. I mean, Melissa Gatto is the top of the tippy top.
Well, I said, let me go with Priscilla here. But it's a 50-50 fight. Don't bet it. And you guys know how I feel about betting on fighters in 50-50 fights. Then the odds drop, Jacobs. Well, then the odds drop.
Yeah, I was going to say, you better...
There is a tipping point. There is a tipping point. And I got her at plus 170. Or 178 or 180 something. What a moron I am. What a moron I am. That continued to move. I was like, I literally was like, this might be a typo.
We both.
This might be a typo.
I said it to you, and I think we called each other, texted each other. We're like, yeah, we're both going to play that. And then now they're ballooned even more. And now it's like, what are we missing? I don't know. There's got to be something we're missing. I have no idea.
Listen, I have no problem with them saying Sijara Eubanks should be the favorite. I get it. There is a valid argument to be made for either one of these women to be the favorite. There is not an argument in this world for Sijara Eubanks to be minus 245. That means somebody went out there and spent money at minus 235. Was like, nice. Got it.
And if that was you in the chat, please raise your hand. I would love to know. That's my biggest question is who the hell is putting money, and that's no disrespect to Sijara Eubanks, but she's a 7-7 fighter with cardio issues and this and that, but I don't know who's putting money on her at minus 200 to move it all the way. It's minus 240 right now.
It's wild. So I put a quarter of a unit on Priscilla Cachoeira because I was like, well, listen, there is a tipping point. My argument with the 50-50 fighter thing was if you have 2 fighters and the odds are like plus 120, plus 110, you still think that person's going to lose, but you see the plus sign, you're like, oh, well, it's plus money. I'll take that. That's stupid. This is well beyond that. First of all, I already thought Priscilla was going to win. Second of all, plus 180. We're talking tripling my money here. This is crazy. So a quarter of a unit in what? But for quarter of a unit on the more dangerous fighter in this matchup. The striking, they're going to be leagues of difference. The power, nowhere near. The grappling's a concern. Hopefully she could defend a takedown or two. What do you think?
Yeah, and the craziest part, too, which you are the one that caught this, is Sijara is the favorite, right? Minus 240. She was a minus whatever it was. Now it's ballooned to minus 240. The under 2.5 is minus 155. So the odds makers are saying not only do they think Sijara is going to win this fight, but she is going to finish Priscilla. Yeah. And I assume they think that she's going to easily take her down and control her and finish her on the ground. But I know Priscilla doesn't have, the best takedown defense and isn't great on the ground. But as you mentioned, Sijara, she does get tired. And she even gets tired when she is controlling the fights. It's not like she's like having adversity and she's getting tired. If she is on top and controlling fights, as long as Priscilla is making her work a little bit, she will get tired. So this minus 200, whatever, is like blowing my mind. I mean, when I saw the plus 175 or whatever it was, I immediately jumped on it. You immediately jumped on it. And I thought, oh my God, this is the easiest lock of the week of all time.
Pinnacle.
The easiest lock. 2023 is going to start off with the easiest lock of the week of all time. And then it moved to minus 250. And now I'm like, I don't know what I'm missing. Now I'm scared to death to make her lock of the week because there must be something I am missing, because there is no way that Eubanks should be a minus 200 favorite. And that's no disrespect to her. I think she would even say it with the way that her career is going. If you look at the records, Priscilla hits like a truck, man. Hits like an absolute truck. And literally, she's one of the rare girls where it literally only takes one shot from her and she can put girls out. Sijara's 37 years old, getting a little bit older. I saw a picture from her Instagram late November. She didn't look like that picture you're seeing right there. My big prediction for this fight is one of these girls is going to miss weight Friday. That's my prediction for this fight.
Probably Priscilla.
Well, it could be one, because I thought it was a 135, and I thought, oh, okay, because they both went 135 and 125. I think they're both better at 135, but they want to cut down to be the bigger girl. I saw 135, I'm like, okay, maybe this will be a good fight. It's 125. Somebody's going to struggle.
Well, and Sijara's been at 125 before. I don't think, has Priscilla been at 125?
Yeah,
not recently.
I think they've both been 125.
Okay, well, we're both on the same side here. Again, I think Priscilla wins. I picked Priscilla to win. Watch the Quick Picks video before the odds dropped. I picked her to win before the odds.
Yeah, I think last fight was her first fight at 135. That was her bantamweight bout. She's been all over the place. She's missed weight before. Against Jillian, she missed weight.
Yeah. I know she's missed weight a few times, and this is short notice
one time
for both. So again, I already had Priscilla winning this fight. I assumed it was going to be a 50-50 fight odds-wise, so you stay away. Instead, I get incredible odds like this, and I think she wins. How could I not bet that? So quarter of a unit for me, just money line, just give it a go. I mean, at plus 210, Jesus, that's better than what I got, and I thought I robbed somebody. DraftKings 7,400 to 88. I think Priscilla Cachoeira is a decent play at $7,400 in DraftKings. Yes, she could lose this fight. If you wanted to say Sijara Eubanks is the minus 110 favorite, minus 120 favorite, I would understand where you're coming from. I understand the logic of, hey, the grappling. Got it. But $7,400 for somebody coming off an incredible knockout, the way that she just did, fighting somebody who was just finished on short notice, and that picture you sent of Sijara all ballooned up on her couch, that's not photoshopped?
No, I already mentioned that in my breakdown. I mean, that was,
I heard
that
you
was
say
late November, and yeah, I mean, there was literally, you look at her arms now, you see definition, you see traps, you see shoulders, you see arms. I mean, that was like, it kind of looked like you laying on the couch, to be honest with you. Just zero definition.
You think $7,400 in DraftKings is a solid play?
I think it's pretty good value because, as you mentioned too, the props haven't dropped, but like an inside the distance decision no action for Priscilla is probably a good idea because I agree with you, the more dangerous fighter, especially on the feet, and she's proven that she is tough and she can withstand, wars, and even when she's tired, she doesn't quit. So it's not awful value, but we'll see how the rest of the card plays out.
People loving the new thumbnail.
Who made that?
You did. You do. Yeah, good. Congratulations.
And how much Photoshop did I use for your face?
I mean, there was quite a few airbrushes going on there. But
I'll be honest, I used it on mine too. I filled in my beard a little bit. I filled in the beard a little bit. I filled in the beard a little bit, but the scar is real. I had to put the scar in
there. Anyway, Monkey Knife Fight, 62-56. I'm not going to touch Monkey Knife Fight here. If you don't know what that is, it's daily fantasy. You just say more or less on the strike lines, and if you're right, you can triple your money. 62-50. The problem is we don't know where this fight's going to go, right? Priscilla's got that insane power. It could be a dog fight. She can get taken down. Like, there's too much going on here. I'm not going to touch the Monkey Knife Fight. Strike line, we already mentioned the bets. We already mentioned DraftKings. On to the next one.